Hello everyone, BD here. I am sick. So if you are wondering why I didn't stream the last few days, that's the reason. Um also, right, I finished my Naked Cotis run a few days ago before I got sick. Right after I finished the run, I fell ill. I feel like I'm the main character from an action movie. I got shot in the stomach and I'm bleeding out. But, instead of telling everyone about that, I just slap a piece of cloth on it and I cover it up with my laser jacket. And I go on, to kill the bad guys and protect the girl. And once I know that the girl is safe, right, I just go to a corner and I die, all right? Anyway, the run is done. And I'm not going to spoil the ending for you guys. If you are an exclusive YouTube watcher, you just going to have to wait for the playthrough to be released. And if you want to keep more in touch with the playthrough and the runs that I do, consider checking out the stream. Would love to see you there. Also, I have a Patreon now, so if you want to support me directly, that is very much appreciated. Thank you. Also, I had my birthday a couple days ago. We celebrated it by finishing the run. It was very timely, and it was my 20th something birthday. I don't keep track of that. It's not important, okay? The important part is that during my birthday party, I learned from my family a few informations that have now led me to believe that my brain is actively hiding something from me. All right, and that's what I want to share with you today. And for this, I think it's best I demonstrate this with my pen skill. All right, so let's say that this is me at the present, and that was me as 0 year old, okay? Somewhere around here when I was 2.5 years old, I had a pretty bad accident, right? And I knew that this happened because I had something on my body to show for it, all right? So it was pretty bad. But I always thought that I had this before I even remember a thing. So, that wasn't my fault, right? Like, how can it be your fault when you don't know that you did it? So, yeah, so I always thought that my first memory was somewhere around here, right? First, like when I start to remember the first thing. But actually, that was not true because I recently learned that somewhere around here is when I went to kindergarten. And I do have memory of kindergarten, okay? And I also have memory before the kindergarten too, right? You know, I always had memory, very specific memory before the kindergarten. And I, of course, I have memory after the after the accident. The thing is, I don't remember a thing around this time, right? When I had it. And, you would think that, this is quite a traumatizing, this is quite a big event in my life, especially when I was only 2.5 year old, This must be the most impactful thing that happened to me, like at that time. So I would have remembered it, but I didn't, right? So this entire thing over here, I have no memory of at all. And, I would have been in the hospital. I would have been, like bedridden for like weeks, probably. But I remember nothing. So why, Why? So that reminds me of a few movies that I watched where the character got his memory kind of blocked out, a part of his memory blocked out since he was a kid, right? So, and when he became an adult, he started to remember things, and that makes for some cool plot twist, right? Things like Sherlock Holmes, things like, I don't know, Mr. Robot, things like that, right? So, like, is that even a real thing? I always wonder when I was watching those movies, is that actually a real thing? Or is that just something that they make up so that they can have a nice plot. Now I'm wondering, right? Now I'm really wondering what happened over here, right? What the hell is going on? And then, right, there's another thing, right? There's another thing. I have dreams sometimes, right? Not all the time, but sometimes. And some of my dreams are wild. Some of them are really weird. But there is this one particular dream that keep reoccurring over and over, right? Okay, so in these dreams, right, I am always in the middle of going somewhere. So let's say that's my house, and I presumably have left my house to go somewhere, and now I want to go back. All right, so that's me. I have left the house, okay, and now I want to go back. All right. The thing is, for some reason, I never go back the way I came. I'm always like, hey, let's take this other path to get back to the house. I know that this path can lead to the house, so let's do it. I know it can, right? I know for a fact that it can, but the thing is, I can never make it back. Okay, so every time I go around here, I get stuck, right? So somewhere around this point, I get stuck. It's like the Bermuda Triangle, and I just get lost, right? Every time I go here, I get lost. I have tried many, many times. Every time I have this dream, right? I'm like, okay, let's take this path, and then I get lost. Like, let I go on different vehicles. I have a different person with me, right? Doesn't matter. I still get lost, or something stops me. Most recently, I went with most recently means today. I went with another person, right? And after getting caught so many times, I actually talked with this person and I told him, "Hey, I have been lost here many times." And then he's like, "Well, why don't we try another time?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's try it." And then, what do you know? I got arrested by the police for illegal possession of firearms. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but I just can't make it pass, right? Right? Is that the brain trying to hide something from me? Right? Like, after thinking about this missing part of my memory for a few days after my birthday, and today I had this dream, right? Like you see the suspicious triple like question mark, right? I'm start to draw the connection. What about this thing over here? Is that right? And if I can make it through this, then I can go here, and then I can understand everything. All right, everything will come back to me. Like maybe I had a secret sibling that killed my best friend, or maybe yada yada. Maybe it's my secret sibling that actually caused accident to me in the first place. I don't know, but right, it's driving me a bit crazy here. Okay, like maybe I never survived this accident over here, right? Maybe maybe all of this over here is just my dying brain coming up with a life while it's dying, right? And it stretched the moment infinitely long so that it could experience what it feels like to be a grown up. I always suspected that you guys weren't real, but to come to think that, like, all this, right, all me, right, like it's me, dude, all of this might not be real, but it's quite troublesome. So this here is something that I feel like the brain is trying to hide from me, all right? And I want to know, I want to understand, I want to find out. But I want to investigate, but I can't, I don't know how, right? And it's definitely keeping me up at night, maybe a few times a week. So perhaps you guys know what this actually means, or You know, if you have experienced something similar, right? Perhaps you could let me know, okay, in the comments, and we can get to the we can get to the bottom of this together. So that's what I want to share with you today. You know, it's not battle bros, but I think it's cool to do something different every once in a while. All right. So that now that the run is done, we're gonna do a new run, right? We're gonna do more runs. We're gonna do more videos, and we are gonna. I think I want to try out the Elden Ring convergence mod at some point. So that's the plan. And my goal for the channel is to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you watch the channel and you like the videos, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot. All right, I'm just going to call this a channel update. And we might do more of these from now on. And hopefully I can return to streaming this weekend. So stay tuned, all right? I think next week though, right? Next week, I have to go for a few days too. So yeah, don't worry though. Lot of the playthrough is scheduled to be uploaded, so you guys don't have things to watch. All right, thank you for watching. I will update you if something new comes up. Take care, my imaginary friends. Video out. See ya.